1.
What? So that was donkey kicking. I stalled it a little bit and I was
Got all fancy.
I was getting fancy. I was trying to show off a little bit. Today's video is going to be about donkey kicking. What is donkey kicking? First off, donkey kicking is a way of moving from down dog to a couple things. It could be a transition into your jump up. It could be a transition into your inversion. It could literally be a transition to your jump through. So it can be a lot of things, but ultimately what donkey kicking is all about is finding our gravity line. And so what is a gravity line? A gravity line is when it's basically long bone principle. It's stacking our body in such a way that we align to gravity. We literally get lighter because we don't have anything hanging over on one side or the other of the gravity line. So when I do a donkey kick, my whole objective is to try to hit the gravity line. So I stall and get and slow down. At that point, I have control and I can choose what I want to do. But the whole build up to that is, how do I find it? The key to finding it is to be able to get my hips to stack. Hit my hips high enough. What you'll notice when I do this is my shoulders, Chris did a video a little bit ago about this. When I come up, my shoulders are going to draw forward so that my shoulders stack over my fingertips. My hips are going to stack over my shoulders. Now, one of the biggest fears about doing this is pitching forward. Like, I'm going to fall and bust my, you know what. Two things: you either have a partner and work with a partner with this and somebody can catch you, or you can use a wall. If you use a wall, you just get close enough to do it, not so close that we bump it and it pushes you back, but close enough to do it that if you overcommit, you bump the wall. I'll show that real fast and then I'll show how to build the rest of it. So check this out. So Chris, you're gonna follow me over here. So if I go off the wall, I'm gonna be about 5 inches off the wall. And when I set up for my down dog, when I jump, so my feet are gonna come close, I'm gonna ground the hands, seal the core, and set the shoulders. When I jump, I'm pulling my knees to my chest and my heels to my tail. So it's this movement with my legs. Right? A lot of times people go knees to chest, but let their feet dangle. We wanna pull everything tight. So it'll look like this. So I'm on the wall so I can overcommit and know that the wall is gonna catch me. Look like this. And I just do a home jump. It was kind of fancy too, but if I overcommit, you guys get the point. I can catch the wall and come back down. So in the beginning of this, being close enough to a wall to practice is going to be helpful, especially if you're doing it on your own. As you get more comfortable with it, you can back off and get away from the wall, but it's still the same thing. Now, like anything, donkey kicking, inversions, anytime we're working on the wall becomes our security blanket. Meaning we don't want to give up the wall. We don't want to get away from it. At some point we have to, right? And then it's going to feel like you take 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward and 2 steps back a little bit. But once you get away from the wall and you're able to do this away from the wall, your practice, your progression goes through the roof. So check this out. So away from the wall, the beginning stages of it is I'm just feeling out my hips as I jump. So it'll look like this. Notice even if I don't get that high, knees to chest, heels to tail. Again. Feet are close, squeeze the inner thighs, ground the hands, seal the core, set the shoulders. With practice, I'll go higher and higher and higher and higher. You notice I start slowing down when I hit my gravity line. Watch this. All right, and I get slower until you can eventually hold. And then decide what you want to do from there. That could be, I could have pressed all the way up or jumped through and gotten fancy there. But that's the essential donkey kick. Start off just doing little kicks. Knees to chest, heels to tail, every single time. Even if you only get a couple inches off the ground, right? Pull everything in and drop back down. Jump and drop back down, jump and drop back down. The goal is to feel yourself get closer and closer and closer to that gravity line. Once you start hitting it, you'll slow it down. And then if you're scared about overcommitting and falling, get next to a wall, work there for a little bit, eventually come off the wall, and that donkey kick will turn into a stall, will turn into whatever you want to turn it into, and you get controlled in your practice. So that's it for donkey kicking. Go out, give it a try, and we will see you soon. Make a masterpiece of your life, my friends.